I kind of feel like a psycho because I'm just white walls. Welcome to my white walls. I'm a psychopath. No, not really. I'm just staying over at the in-laws because my brother-in-law just got engaged and I'm getting a new sister. It's very exciting, actually. So yeah, we're testing out the audio on my mic in addition to also filming Bookaka. Today we're giving awards to books. I couldn't not do this when I saw big booktubers like Haley Pham and Just Allie do it. I was like, it is a great idea. So I kind of need to try it. So that's what we're doing today. We're trying it. Come along on the ride and see what it's like. But first, I'm gonna play back this video to see if the audio even sounds good before I continue and film this whole video. I'm serious. I will be so sad if this doesn't work and I record this whole thing, but let's do it anyways. Okay, so welcome to Bookaka, where I talk about books tangentially connected to Hanukkah, because they don't actually, but it's fine. I just recorded a whole video of all the books I read this year. You could check that out over there, I think, pretty sure. And today we're gonna give awards to books. The best new author by far that I found this year. Again, is she new? Well, she's new to me, but her name is Abigail Dean. She writes amazingly. I mean, I just was gripped immediately. So Abigail Dean, specifically the book called Girl A, hands down the best new author that I found this year. For me, new for me. The most surprising read I had this year, What Happened to Lonnie Garber. Why was this the most surprising read? First of all, I was just strolling along in a random city and saw one of those free books things, like shelves just in the middle of the park. And I was like, yes, I need to see that. I need to check out the books. So I went to go check out the books, found a book in English, picked it up. It was called What Happened to Lonnie Garber. And I was like, okay, let me just take it. Turns out it was an incredible coming of age story about, you know, this girl and finding herself. That's what a coming of age story is, but written so beautifully and eloquently. And I super connected to the characters, even though I guess I'm always coming of age now that I think of it. It's not really something you ever stop being. You're always coming of age. So most surprising read, just because I was shocked that I actually liked it. Highly recommend the book. The Biggest Losers. Whew. Okay, so now we have some nominees. The first one is How to Kill Men and Get Away with It. This was a nominee because of how I felt about it. And the second one was Rituals. Out of the two of them, I'd have to say Rituals, just because I kind of knew what I was getting with How to Kill Men and Get Away with It. I wasn't surprised where I didn't like it that much. But then Rituals, I really thought I would like it more than I did. Like, I was surprised that it sucks so much. So it loses because of that. The best fan fiction. This has to be a category just because I read 2 fan fictions this year. I'm surprised it was only 2, but also surprised that it was actually 2. Because I guess I didn't realize that I even read fan fiction, and then I was like, oh, I read 2, and then I was like, well, I read fan fiction, why am I not reading more of it? Anyways, nominees, the only 2 fan fictions I read. One was Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, and the second one, what was the second one called? The second one was called Perfectly Normal, Thank You Very Much. Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality wins hands down. This is one of the highlights of my year. It was a crazy, fantastic fan fiction. If you were into Harry Potter, definitely check it out. The best plot twist, I'd have to say The Dinner. Why? Because it was kind of crazy and things kept happening and I kept being like, wait, what's going on? And then the plot was just like kind of twisty and messed up. It was compared to like a Dutch version of Gone Girl, but Gone Girl was so much better than it. It wasn't anything like Gone Girl. Like, I would not compare it to it, but it was a crazy plot twist. So check that out if that's what you're interested in. Best series. Well, the best series I read this year, I mean, all the series I read this year. I read The Hunger Games. I read the Gracing series. I read The Golden Compass. So what was that called? Like The Northern Lights? What series is that called? Well, let's just call it the Golden Compass series. Did I read any other series? Those are all the full series I read this year. Like, I read other books part of series, but we're only doing full series. And out of all of them, I'd have to say The Hunger Games. I choose The Hunger Games. While The Golden Compass is an amazing series and the books kept getting better and better, it just is less my demographic. Like, it was kind of more for younger kids, and I would say overall I personally enjoyed The Hunger Games more. Still a fantastic series, but Hunger Games is gonna have to win. It's funny because all 3 of these series are repeats. Like, I've watched all of them before. I'm sorry, I read all of them before. These aren't movies. Moving on. Funniest book, Discworld, obviously. I can't even choose one book, but all the books I read from Discworld, they're so funny. Terry Pratchett just knows how to crack you up. He's good. He just he understands humor on like a deep psychological human level. And I love it. I love it. I love it. He's amazing. Sir Terry Pratchett. Oh, how I miss you. I never knew you, but your books are amazing. But I still have so many books I haven't read of him, so it's good. My last category is Best Mystery. And it's not even fair because the winner is such an obvious winner. It's so much better than every other one. And I love it so much. Robert Galbraith. This year I read The Running Grave. This is crime fiction, detective crime fiction at its finest. Robert Galbraith is... I really hope I get to meet you one day because you are a genius. And I love your books. There also happens to be a whole show on BBC specifically dedicated to these books. Amazing, like really true to the books. The show is really good. So I highly recommend it if you did read the books and want to see the show because it's a good version of it. It's so British. I love it. That's all the awards for today, folks. Why did I choose these categories? I think because I had books in mind that perfectly represented it. And it was very arbitrary. Like some of it I saw other people use, some of it was like, what do I want to feature in this video? And so that's what I did. Okay. I hope you like this. Maybe I'll do something next year where like people actually vote for the categories that I choose. That can be actually really fun. This was all my own opinion. It's just everything I thought. So it's super biased. And if you read any of these books and disagree with me, or if you have any contenders for like Best Mystery or Biggest Loser, then let me know. Because that would kind of be fun to see what you thought sucked or won or stuff like that. Anyways, come back tomorrow for, what are we at? The second to last day of Bookaka. And please subscribe. Oh wait, I'm gonna do something really crazy and kind of scary. Like, I can't believe I did it, or I'm doing it, or whatever. Please subscribe and like this video, or don't like it, but then let me know in the comments what you hated about it. Okay. The end.